All right. What's up, everybody? My people in Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, all the way to Staten Island, my homeboro Brooklyn. Back at another video, and I'm gonna do this video on Joe Montana versus Tom Brady, who I think is better. Okay, and I recently did two more entries in my Greatest of All Time series on Joe Montana and Tom Brady, and now I'm doing the video comparing the two. Okay, now obviously Joe Montana played 15 years, 1979 to 1994. Tom Brady's played, well, at the moment, 21 years, 2000 to the present. Okay, Joe played 15 years. Now, Joe, however, played in a far more physical era compared to today. Joe won 4 Super Bowls. Brady's won 6. Joe Montana lost 0. Brady's lost 3. Okay. Joe's 11-0 in Super Bowl touchdown interceptions. He's 11 touchdowns to 0 picks. Brady is 15-5. Joe has 2 league MVPs back to back, 89-90. Brady's got 3, 07, 2010, and 2017. Okay. Now, the thing is with this. Now they're both clutch. My thing is this. Joe played in a far more physical era than Tom Brady. Now, granted, Brady, has share of big blows. Of course, that Super Bowl against the Giants, the first one, Super Bowl 42, straight hands, Justin Tuck, they were out to hurt that man. They were just beating him up. I'm saying, of course, we all know the infamous play in 2008, opening day. Bernard Pollard hit Tom Brady in his knee, tore his ACL, and Brady missed the whole season. Okay, and that instigated the rule change. Okay, so Brady. Now I'll give Tom Brady credit. The early 2000s was very physical. Okay, so let me give Tom Brady credit. The early 2000s, it was really up until that Brady. It was really up until 2008. To be honest with you, in my opinion, when Brady busted his knee, that was kind of the end of real physicality, if you want to say, in the NFL. When Bernard Pollard busted Tom Brady's knee and made him tear his ACL, that was kind of really the end. So I'll give Brady credit. He played in a physical NFL as well. Okay, now Joe Montana got a nasty hit from a dude, I believe his name was Leonard Marshall, on the New York Giants in the 1986 NFC Divisional round. You can look it up on NFL Films. He hit that man and knocked him out cold. I believe he knocked him out of the game, if I remember correctly. But yeah, but Joe, Brady, now great. Now they weren't, now Brady's probably got better regular season stats, okay, than Joe Montana. Like the numbers, like Joe Montana was the Tom Brady of his era. What I mean by that is this. And Dan Marino and John Elway were the Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers. What I mean by that is, Dan Marino put up all the gaudy passing numbers, 48 touchdowns, 4,000 some odd passing yards, which were records at that time. John Elway had athleticism, was always coming up clutch, and he had no help, blah, blah, blah. Elway, you could say Peyton and Brady had to go up against Peyton and Peyton and Aaron Rodgers. Okay, but what Joe and Brady had were those guys, Marino, Elway, Peyton Manning, and Rodgers, respectively, is winning. They put up great stats. But and they would win. Marino wouldn't win. John Elway wouldn't win until he got Terrell Davis. Okay, that's just the fact of the matter. Okay, now Joe, he played on far greater teams, in my opinion. The 84 49ers and the 89 49ers especially are two of the, I'd say, top 10 greatest teams in the history of the NFL. Brady, the 04 Patriots, the 16 Patriots, they were great teams. They went 14-2 both those years. Of course, 01, 03, they had great records. 07, they went 16-0. They didn't win the Super Bowl. 2014, I think they were like 12-4. 2018, I forget what the record was in 18. I think it was 12-4. It could have been. I don't know. I don't really remember. I need to look it up later. But Joe's been on the 2 Super Bowl teams Joe was on were far greater teams than Brady's teams. Okay, Joe, it's kind of like, not to get off topic, but kind of like Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. How many people honestly consider the 2013 Heat like a top 5 team of all time? Maybe let's be realistic. Jordan got 2 teams, or you could argue 3 that are 3 of the top 10 teams to ever play, or top 15 at least. The 96 Bulls, the 92 Bulls, and the 97 Bulls. 97 Bulls won 69 games. Okay? The 13 Heat, they won 66 games, So so nobody mentions LeBron's team as this 13 Heat as one of the greatest teams of all time, but we mentioned 2, if not 3 Jordan teams. That's one thing with Joe. When we talk about all-time great NFL teams, you're going to bring up the 89 49ers and the 84 49ers. How many people are going to bring up, the 04? Now, the Patriots, the 04 Patriots were a great team. The 07 Patriots, they didn't win a Super Bowl. They were obviously a great team, went 16-0. The 16 Patriots were probably the best team in this, in that 2010s Patriots era. Okay? And that's another thing. Brady, he's won with different cores of different incarnations of the Patriots. That early 2000s defensive Patriots, Ty Law, Teddy Bruschi, Willie McGinnis, Rodney Harrison, Lloyd Malloy, Troy Brown. He went with that core. Then the late 2000s, early 2010s, Randy Moss, Wes Welker, era Patriots. Then the early Kevin Falk as well. Then the 2010s Patriots, you got Julian Edelman, Gronk, Danny Amendola, LeGarrette Blount, Devin, the McCourty twins, Devin and Jason McCourty, Dante Hightower. He's won with three different incarnations. Well, he didn't win that middle class, that middle core. Obviously lost in 07 and 2011, but he won with two different incarnations of the Patriots. You can say it's the same with Joe, for honestly, because the 49ers in 81 and 84 weren't the same in 88, 89. The 81 Niners didn't even have 81, 84 didn't even have Jerry Rice. They had Dwight Clark and they had other dudes, like Jack Youngblood and Fred Dean, and on defense at least. And and then in the late 80s they get Roger Craig and Jerry Rice and John Taylor and Tom Rathman as fullback, all these dudes. And then in the early 90s they added Ricky Waters, and of course Joe wasn't around for that team, but Joe won with different incarnations of the 49ers as well, but not as much as Brady. So who would I rank higher? Honestly, I would have to put Tom Brady. Okay, I'm sorry, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that, but that's just me. I get it, Spygate, Deflategate, all that shit, but and you can say I'm a young and I didn't see Joe Montana, that's perfectly fine, I think I'm well-versed enough in NFL history to talk about Joe Montana. Yeah, I didn't see him play, but he has there are games on YouTube you can look up, and my dad has some of those Super Bowls on VHS. He has Super Bowl 23 on VHS. He taped it. He has all types of games on tape. Not just football, but basketball, baseball as well, boxing, all types of stuff on VHS. So I've seen some of these games before. Of course I didn't see it live, but I've seen them. But I have to take Tom Brady, man. More clutch. He seems to be more. He's come up bigger more times. He's won with different incarnations of the Patriots team, and he's played longer. Okay, and he played in a very physical NFL as well. Okay, and look, not to make this argument, but he kind of did with less help. I mean, look at the Patriots dynasty overall, last 20 years. How many Hall of Famers they got? Ty Law, he's in the Hall of Fame. Richard Seymour, I think, will get in the Hall of Fame. And Gronk. Of course, Randy. Randy was on the team when they won. So I mean, if you want to count Randy, that's fine. So that's what Ty Law, Richard Seymour, Rob Gronkowski, and Randy Moss. That's 4 Hall of Famers. And again, I really honestly don't really count Randy. So really, to me, it's just 3. Joe had, Ronnie Lott, who's in the Hall of Fame. Jerry Rice is in the Hall of Fame. Roger Craig should be in the Hall of Fame. I believe Fred Dean is in the Hall of Fame. If I remember correctly, he's a defensive end for all you who don't know. Fred Dean, I believe, is in the Hall of Fame. Joe Montana had even more help, you argue, because Jerry Rice is the greatest receiver of all time. Some argue the greatest football player of all time. Ronnie Lott, you could say, is the greatest safety of all time. Ty Law's not one of the 10 best cornerbacks to ever play the game. Nothing against him. Richard Seymour isn't one of the 10 best defensive tackles. Gronk's the greatest tight end, but that's about it. Gronk stayed hurt. Tom Brady won a Super Bowl without Gronkowski. He won Super Bowl 51 without Gronk. So that's just me, man. I'm taking Tom Brady. Nothing against Joe Montana, all-time great player, NFL icon, but I'm taking Tom Brady. Okay. Yeah. Again, I'm a native New Yorker, born and raised, Giants fan. So I hate saying all these things about Tom Brady because I hate Boston and sports and Philadelphia sports with a passion. But you gotta give it up to me. You gotta acknowledge greatness. Okay. Because as I'm taking Tom Brady, I'm taking Joe. But you know what? It's close. It's honestly a coin flip for me. It's honestly a coin flip, but right for now, I'm taking Tom Brady, all right? So if you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, help a young brother go on YouTube, comment down below who else do you want to see in the greatest of all time series. You want to see Jerry Rice, you want to see Barry Sanders, you want to see Ed Reed, like greatest safety of all time, Ed Reed or whatever. Whomever, man, comment down below. Greatest dynasty of all time, the 80s Niners, the 2000s Patriots, whoever you want to see, comment down below, all right? See you all.